Hi, how's it going? Right on, right on. Well, I know I was going to make a video every single day, but then life got real and I had to go back to work 40 hours a week at a bike shop. And I love it working there. They treat me really good and I love doing the work. I'm just happy to be working on bikes. But part of the neighborhood bike shop is to develop a vehicle for me to do this no matter what happens. If the job goes away or it lingers off in the winter, I still have something that I can do that's productive and can benefit the community and still let me work on bikes. So that's what I'm going to do. But they brought me back on for 40 hours a week, and I'm stoked on that, really happy with it. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to do a bunch of videos, but I'm going to try to get as many in as I can until I get into a rhythm where it's almost like a video journal, where I just come and admit my day to you or something like that. I don't know. Anyhow, one of the things I really wanted to share with you guys, besides all the donated BMX bikes I'm working on and the other bikes I'm doing for other people to give away, I've been working on custom bikes for myself. And a while back, on my e-bike, I decided I wanted to put a banana seat on it, and I wanted to put shocks on the back of the banana seat and make it like a Springer, like one of those old Springer seats, but like a full-on banana seat. And one of my friends did a custom leather-covered banana seat, and it was awesome. And I put a bike rack on the back of the bike, and I stabilized it and found ways to connect everything, and used one of those things that you put in the back of a truck to carry the front of your forks, like one of those things. And I put that on the rack, and that was like my shock tower for the bottom part. And then I went up to the banana seat, and that it worked. It worked. I rode it for like months and months and months, and it was awesome. It allowed me to move back and forth with my seat on where I was at and change my leg length on my pedals, and it was just comfy and really cool, man. I hadn't seen anybody else do anything like that, so I was really into it. But one day, I was riding along, just riding along, and it bent in half like a taco underneath me. Well, this is what I'm talking about. This used to be a custom covered banana seat. I tore the leather cover off of it because I want to try to reuse it on that way. I just want to reuse stuff. But anyhow, this thing is metal, but it just ripped in half along the sides, right? And the shocks were like hooked back here, and there was no pivot up on the front. It was just, straight to a seat post and locked in, and it was very limited. The shocks I had were really like 175-pound shocks, and two of them, and it just made it not very springy or squishy or anything like that. So it just kind of all my weight on this all day long, bouncing, going on 33-mile bike rides and just tearing it up. But eventually it gave way, right? So I do not give up on the dream. So I got another banana seat, right? This one's a thicker metal one. And I decided that I really wanted to reinforce it with a bunch of metal plates. Can you see them? Can you see all the welds and stuff? There's two metal plates that overlap where the weight is going to be the heaviest on the saddle, right? The shocks, I'm still deciding on where I want to mount the shock mounts, because there's the original holes, which are right here. But I'm thinking about moving them forward into the intersection of the double plates on the inside, where there's two plates that intersect straight in the middle of them. So I get triple thickness of steel right there. That's like a 1/4-inch thick piece of steel right there. And it makes it so that I can get away with not having to make shock tower mounts that hook up higher, which is what I was going to do. Anyhow, how this entire thing works is way better than the old design. This is a front pivot. And all this is like a spring thing that you can buy on eBay or Alibaba or wherever, right? And it's got another thing that hooks to your saddle, right? And this is just a regular seat post. And so when you're along, it bounces, right? But I thought this makes a front pivot that I can count on and is going to be predictable, right? So what that kind of looks like, and some of you have seen my pictures if you follow my stuff, but kind of like that, right? Up in the front, it's going to be kind of suspended by this spring thing, right? And then there'll be shocks mounted in the back, and those will go down to the seat. To the rack on the back. Sorry. Anyhow, these were the shocks that were on there before. But and these are my long bolts. I'm creating a big square between everything so I can make it really stiff laterally. But these shocks had that heavy spring that I was talking on, and there was no way I could compress them. Like no way I could compress that spring, right? And so it only kind of moved really about a ½ inch. I only got about a ½ inch of suspension, and I really wanted something springier, right? So I had to order several sets of these shocks to find just the right squishiness. 2 of these is going to be perfect. It's just going to ride like a magic carpet, bro. Anyhow, I thought I would share some of that stuff with you guys. I don't know. I'll be doing this kind of stuff more often until I get into the season of actually giving away bikes and stuff like that. I might as well show you all my custom stuff too. Anyhow, love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for paying attention to what I do. I really appreciate you. And I'll talk to you guys later. Love you.